Hello students, in this video I'll take you through a tour of the course. So this semester we're taking botany together. There's news to schedule that will be released at least once or twice a week. In the news here on the home page, I'll put messages about our schedule for the module. I will add instructional videos, and I'll also address any things that come up, that everyone needs to know in short order. Now, what I want you to do before you get started in the class is to actually click through all the links, right? Notice over here there's a bunch of helpful stuff. You don't have to click through all of those, but you have to notice that they're there. Okay, so let's go into content. Now, if you work through the course using the table of contents, it should open to the page that you were on when you logged out last, right? So read the syllabus information first. Here's our schedule. I'll push that up towards the top in a week's time or so, since you will have already familiarized yourself with these other policy pages. Here's our textbook right here in our classroom. And you have assignments that come through here, reading and reading, okay? And then here's all your lab information. There are instructions, and then this is a document you submit. Okay, and then we get into all the modules. So say, you're in module 1 and you're reading blah, 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 and you get down to the assignments and say you have made your student introduction post, but the next time you log in, you'll come right back up to this page, and maybe the next thing you'll have to do is participate in this scientific method discussion, okay? Now, we have assignments throughout the semester. These are meant to help you to study. These are Learn Smart assignments. So essentially, if you feel confident in your knowledge, you could start with the Learn Smart assignment and then read the textbook. You'll know right away, working through these assignments, whether or not you need to do more reading or what you need to study, because the cool thing about it is it asks you questions and gives you some learning checks along the way. If you don't answer correctly, then you'll continue to see that information until you start answering questions correctly and demonstrate knowledge, and then you'll move past those learning outcomes. The first lab does not require a lab kit, so you can get that started at any time. And then we'll get our lab kits, a couple weeks into the semester. The other thing you'll have to start thinking about right away is your research paper. So we have a term paper, and we have assignments for every module that help you to get that done. So by the time we get to the end of the semester, you'll actually be done your research paper, because you will have collected citations along the way and thought about your topic. And of course, I don't expect you to know what topic you want to have by February 12th, but I do expect that you will have read through the modules and thought, gee, ecology is important to me, or ethnobotany, human dimensions, or maybe there's a particular plant that is of great interest to you in Module 4. You could find learning outcomes for that. Perhaps it's evolution or the way plants grow that interests you, and the learning outcomes for those topics that you could frame your research paper around are in Module 3, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we'll get started with that in the first module and then have additional assignments along the way. Now, some students, they feel real comfortable. They know that they need to make discussion posts. They need to do lab work, do Learn Smart, blah, blah, blah. So they don't operate through the content tab. They just go to where they know they need to do work. So I recommend you always come into discussion when you log into the class and make one post. Read at least a couple of posts, because every time you read these content-oriented discussions, you're studying. And so you're also helping your grade, right? So don't let the opportunity pass by for you to participate in discussions. These collaborative study discussions, you get to choose your own topic out of the outcomes and then make a post according to these instructions. So every module has a collaborative study discussion and then an alternate topic discussion that's only 1 week. So collaborative study 2 weeks, and then special topic 1 week. And notice how the topic might be about your research paper, or it might be about something more broad. but say your research paper is about a particular plant or its genetic variation, you could still keep writing about your research paper in every 1 week discussion, okay? So that's how discussions work. You need to participate 3 times a week. So every time you come to class, go into the discussion. Here's another link for the discussion. Here are the drop boxes. This is where you submit documents, right? So you're going to do your pre-lab and submit a document, and that's before you get the lab kit. And you're going to choose your topic and write 3 citations. And then you'll get your lab kit and you'll do this authentic assessment. And then after you submit something here, all of these other drop boxes will open so you can submit your lab work. Okay? And then in here you'll also see a quizzes tab. And there's no quizzes appearing right now, but the quizzes come through the textbook, okay? And here's where you'll check up on your grades. And then in the communication tab, you should always try to communicate with me via this internal messaging tab or internal messaging tool rather than send me an email from your Gmail account or from your external email. Always start here in D2L, okay? Now, the class list is here if you want to find a particular student. And then there are some tools here. Most of these we won't use, but do a system check. This will help you to set up your computer browser so that the textbook will work well and D2L, this online classroom called D2L, will work well as well. Okay, so that's our class. I hope that you'll check everything out. You'll watch this video and you will post your introduction here in the first discussion. You're going to do that in the first couple of days. Okay, now show me that you watched this video by posting a comment in the video because this is how you gain the most information in under 8 minutes in the first day of class. So it's very important to me that you spend time watching this after I spend time making it. Okay, look forward to meeting you soon.